Sometimes life whispers its most profound secrets in the quietest moments, and intelligence speaks through subtle signals that most people overlook. Imagine walking through a world where brilliance isn't about loud proclamations or flashy achievements, but about delicate, almost invisible threads of understanding that weave through everyday experiences. Intelligence is like an underground river, flowing silently beneath the surface, nourishing landscapes without drawing attention to itself. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to navigate life with an effortless grace, understanding things that others miss completely? It's not about having the highest test scores or speaking multiple languages. True intelligence is a soft, persistent light that illuminates the corners of human experience, revealing connections and insights that remain hidden to most. It's about seeing the world not just with your eyes, but with a deep, intuitive awareness that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary revelations. Think about those individuals who appear calm in chaotic situations, who listen more than they speak, who seem to absorb information like a sponge without making a big show of their knowledge. These are the people with a silent kind of intelligence, a mental agility that doesn't need to prove itself to anyone. They move through life with a quiet confidence, understanding that real wisdom isn't about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the most perceptive listener. The human mind is an incredible landscape, filled with unexplored territories and hidden pathways. Some people have a remarkable ability to navigate this inner world, noticing patterns and insights that others completely miss. It's like having an internal GPS that doesn't just show you the route, but helps you understand why that route matters. These individuals don't just see the world. They feel its rhythm. They sense its underlying currents. They understand the silent language of human experience. If these words feel like they're pulling something inside you, let yourself respond gently, perhaps with a like or a quiet moment shared below. And if this journey resonates, stay with us. Follow our channel, and let's explore together the subtle art of understanding intelligence in its most profound and unexpected forms. There are 9 remarkable signs of high intelligence that most people never recognize. These are not the typical markers you might expect, not academic achievements or standardized test scores. Instead, these are the quiet whispers of a mind that sees deeper, thinks differently, and understands life in a way that goes beyond conventional measurements. These signs are like secret codes, invisible to the casual observer, but speaking volumes to those who know how to listen. People with exceptional intelligence often move through the world with a sense of calm curiosity that sets them apart. They don't rush to conclusions. They don't need to prove how smart they are. Instead, they observe, they reflect, they connect dots that others didn't even know existed. Their intelligence is a gentle breeze, not a thunderstorm, subtle, persistent, transformative. Imagine intelligence as a delicate ecosystem, where every thought is a carefully balanced interaction, every insight a harmonious connection between different parts of knowledge. Some minds are like dense, rich forests where ideas grow naturally, where understanding happens not through force, but through patient, gentle exploration. These are the minds that carry a silent brilliance, a depth of perception that doesn't announce itself, but continuously reshapes our understanding of the world. The journey of understanding these 9 silent signs is not about creating a hierarchy or making some people feel superior. It's about recognizing the incredible potential that lies within every human mind, about understanding that intelligence is not a fixed trait, but a dynamic, ever-changing landscape of potential and growth. Each sign we'll explore is a window into a different way of experiencing and understanding life, a testament to the incredible complexity of human consciousness. The beauty of true intelligence lies in its humility, in its ability to recognize how much there is still to learn. It's about maintaining a sense of wonder, of always being curious, of understanding that every moment holds a potential lesson. Those with a deep, silent intelligence know that the most profound knowledge comes not from having all the answers, but from being brave enough to ask the right questions. I hope that the reflections and insights shared here will help you recognize those subtle signs of intelligence within yourself and others. If this reflection echoes something you've carried silently, you are not alone. Feel free to leave your thoughts or simply be here with us. And if you wish, subscribe and return when the path calls again. We're creating a space where understanding goes beyond the surface, where intelligence is celebrated in all its quiet, nuanced glory. The human mind is an extraordinary landscape where intelligence manifests in ways that most people never truly appreciate. Some of the most remarkable signs of high intelligence are so subtle that they slip through the cracks of ordinary perception, invisible to those who aren't paying close attention. These are the quiet markers of a mind that operates on a different frequency, processing the world with a depth and nuance that goes far beyond traditional understanding. Consider the way some individuals seem to absorb information like a soft, gentle sponge, their minds creating intricate connections that others might miss entirely. It's not about memorizing facts or reciting complex theories. True intelligence is about understanding the underlying essence of things, seeing the invisible threads that connect seemingly unrelated experiences. These are the people who can walk into a room and sense the emotional currents, who can listen to a conversation and hear what's not being said. Emotional intelligence is perhaps the most profound yet least recognized sign of high intellectual capacity. It's the ability to read between the lines, to understand the complex landscape of human emotions with a sensitivity that goes beyond words. Imagine having an internal compass that guides you through the most intricate social situations, helping you understand not just what people are saying, but why they're saying it. This is a form of intelligence that doesn't show up on any standard test, yet it's perhaps the most valuable skill a person can possess. The way someone handles uncertainty reveals volumes about their cognitive flexibility. People with exceptional intelligence don't fear the unknown. They embrace it. They see challenges as opportunities for growth, not as threats to be avoided. Their minds are like water, fluid, adaptable, capable of finding a path through even the most challenging obstacles. They don't break under pressure. They bend, they flow, they transform. Creativity is another silent marker of high intelligence that often goes unnoticed. It's not about being an artist or a musician, but about seeing the world in unique ways. These individuals can look at a problem and see solutions that others completely miss. Their minds are like kaleidoscopes, constantly shifting, creating new patterns, finding connections that seem impossible to others. They don't just think outside the box. They don't even recognize that a box exists. If this reflection echoes something you've carried silently, you are not alone. Feel free to leave your thoughts or simply be here with us. And if you wish, subscribe and return when the path calls again. We're creating a space where understanding goes beyond the surface, where intelligence is celebrated in all its quiet, nuanced glory. The ability to listen is perhaps the most underrated sign of high intelligence. Not just hearing words, but truly listening, absorbing, processing, understanding the layers of meaning beneath the surface. These are the people who make others feel seen, who can extract profound insights from the simplest conversations. Their intelligence is a form of deep empathy, a way of connecting with a world that goes far beyond intellectual knowledge. Curiosity is the lifeblood of true intelligence. It's not about having all the answers, but about never stopping asking questions. People with exceptional cognitive abilities have an insatiable hunger for understanding. They're like explorers of the mind, constantly pushing boundaries, seeking to understand the world in deeper, more meaningful ways. Their intelligence is a constant state of becoming, of growth, of transformation. Adaptability is a hallmark of high intelligence that most people overlook. It's the ability to adjust, to learn, to grow in the face of changing circumstances. These individuals don't get stuck in rigid thinking patterns. Their minds are like sophisticated navigation systems, constantly recalculating, finding new routes when the old ones no longer work. They see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and understanding. The most intelligent people often appear calm on the surface, but their minds are constantly working, processing, understanding. They don't need to prove their intelligence through grand gestures or loud proclamations. Their brilliance is evident in the way they move through the world, with a sense of ease, of deep understanding, of profound connection to the intricate tapestry of human experience. Self-awareness is perhaps the most profound sign of high intelligence. It's the ability to look inward, to understand one's own thought processes, emotions, and behaviors. These individuals have a remarkable capacity for introspection, for understanding the complex mechanisms of their own minds. They're not afraid to challenge their own beliefs, to grow, to transform. Their intelligence is a journey of continuous self-discovery. As we explore these 9 silent signs, remember that intelligence is not a fixed trait. It's a dynamic, ever-changing landscape of potential and growth. Each of these signs is a window into a different way of experiencing and understanding life, a testament to the incredible complexity of human consciousness. In the quiet depths of human consciousness, there exists a profound landscape of intelligence that few dare to explore. It's a terrain marked by shadows and light, by the most intimate struggles and most sublime moments of understanding. Here, intelligence is not a shield or a weapon, but a mirror, reflecting the most hidden parts of our inner world, revealing truths that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Imagine standing at the edge of your own mind, looking into an abyss of potential that both terrifies and fascinates. True intelligence is not about conquering this landscape, but about having the courage to truly see it. It's about recognizing the parts of yourself that you've hidden away, the thoughts you've been afraid to acknowledge, the dreams you've buried beneath layers of doubt and fear. The human mind is a universe of infinite complexity, where every thought is a galaxy, every emotion a constellation of intricate experiences. Some individuals carry within them a depth of understanding that goes beyond words, beyond rational thought. They feel the world with intensity that most people can never comprehend. Their intelligence is a form of suffering and ecstasy combined, a constant dance between profound insight and overwhelming sensitivity. There are moments when intelligence becomes a burden, when seeing too deeply means feeling too intensely. These are the individuals who understand the world in a way that can be both a gift and a curse. They see the invisible connections, the hidden patterns, the unspoken truths that lie beneath the surface of everyday existence. Their minds are like sophisticated instruments that pick up frequencies most people cannot hear, that perceive dimensions most cannot see. The journey of true intelligence is not a path of comfort. It's a relentless exploration of the self, a continuous confrontation with the most challenging aspects of human experience. It means being willing to look at your own darkness, to sit with your deepest fears, to understand the complex mechanisms that drive human behavior. This is not an intellectual exercise. It's a profound emotional and spiritual excavation. Consider the weight of understanding that some minds carry. It's not about knowing more facts or having higher test scores. It's about carrying a depth of perception that can be both a blessing and a profound challenge. These individuals often feel like outsiders, like they're walking through a world that doesn't quite understand them. Their intelligence is a constant state of translation, trying to bridge the gap between their deep inner world and the surface-level reality around them. The most profound intelligence is often silent, invisible to the casual observer. It's a way of being that goes beyond thinking, a total engagement with life, a willingness to be vulnerable, to be transformed. These are the people who don't just observe a world. They feel it, they absorb it, they're constantly being reshaped by their experiences. Their minds are not fixed structures, but living, breathing ecosystems of understanding. Pain becomes a teacher for those with deep intelligence. They don't run from difficult emotions or challenging experiences. Instead, they lean into them, understanding that every moment of struggle is an opportunity for growth. Their minds are like alchemists, transforming the lead of suffering into the gold of profound insight. They find meaning in the most unexpected places, understanding that true wisdom comes from embracing life in all its complexity. The boundaries between intelligence and intuition begin to blur in this profound space of understanding. It's no longer about rational thought or logical processes. It becomes a more holistic experience of knowing, a deep, visceral connection to the underlying rhythms of existence. These individuals don't just think about the world. They feel its pulse. They sense its hidden currents. They understand its most subtle languages. There's a loneliness that comes with this depth of perception. Not a sad loneliness, but a sacred aloneness. A recognition that true understanding is a deeply personal journey. These are the moments when intelligence transcends intellectual capacity and becomes a spiritual experience. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, understanding that every individual is a universe of infinite potential. The human mind reaches its most profound state when it learns to hold complexity without trying to simplify it. Intelligence is not about finding easy answers, but about being comfortable with the most challenging questions. It's about maintaining a sense of wonder, of humility, of continuous learning. These are the minds that don't seek to conquer knowledge, but to dance with it, to be in a constant state of becoming. As the layers of perception continue to unfold, as the boundaries between self and world become more fluid, intelligence reveals itself as something far more mysterious and profound than we could ever imagine. It is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of growth, of transformation, of deep and radical understanding. At the end of every profound journey of understanding, there comes a moment of profound integration, a place where all the fragments of insight come together, where intelligence transforms from a concept into a living, breathing experience. This is not the end of a journey, but a beginning, a rebirth of perception that reshapes everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world around you. Intelligence is not something you possess, it's something you become. It's a continuous dance of awareness, a constant unfolding of potential that goes far beyond the limited definitions we've been taught. Imagine your mind as a living ecosystem, constantly growing, adapting, transforming. Each insight is a seed. Each moment of understanding a new branch reaching toward a sky of infinite possibility. The most remarkable thing about true intelligence is its capacity for compassion. It's not about being better than others or knowing more than those around you. It's about developing a deeper, more profound connection to the human experience. Those who truly understand begin to see the world not as a collection of separate entities, but as a complex, interconnected web of experiences, emotions, and potential. Think about the moments that have truly changed you, the experiences that cracked you open, that showed you something about yourself you never knew existed. These are the real markers of intelligence. Not the achievements, not the accolades, but the ability to be vulnerable, to grow, to transform. Intelligence is the courage to look at yourself honestly, to embrace your imperfections, to understand that every limitation is an opportunity for growth. The journey of understanding is never about reaching a final destination. It's about falling in love with the process of becoming. Each moment is an invitation to see deeper, to feel more profoundly, to connect more authentically. Your mind is not a fixed entity, but a living, breathing landscape of infinite potential. Every thought, every emotion, every experience is an opportunity to expand, to grow, to understand yourself and the world in more profound ways. If this story helped you see a part of yourself more clearly, leave a trace, like a comment, a decision to walk with us. Subscribe, and let this space be part of your own healing. We are creating a community of understanding, of growth, of profound human connection. There's a profound liberation that comes from understanding intelligence not as a measure of superiority, but as a journey of continuous growth. It means releasing the need to prove yourself, to compete, to be better than others. Instead, you begin to see intelligence as a way of being, a deep, compassionate engagement with life in all its complexity and beauty. The most intelligent people understand that true wisdom comes from humility. They know that every moment holds a lesson, that every person they meet has something to teach them. Their minds are not fortresses of knowledge, but open landscapes of curiosity and wonder. They approach life with a childlike sense of amazement, always ready to be surprised, always willing to learn. Imagine intelligence as a river, constantly moving, changing, adapting. Sometimes it flows smoothly, sometimes it encounters rocks and obstacles, but never stops. It finds a way around, through, over. This is the true nature of a brilliant mind, not rigid or fixed, but fluid, adaptable, resilient. Your intelligence is not something that can be measured by a test or confined by a definition. It is a living, breathing part of who you are. The greatest transformation happens when you stop trying to prove your intelligence and start embracing your unique way of experiencing the world. It's about recognizing that your way of seeing, feeling, understanding is valuable, not because it's better than anyone else's, but because it is uniquely yours. Every individual carries within them a universe of potential, a depth of understanding that is waiting to be discovered. As you continue this journey, remember that intelligence is not a destination. It's a continuous process of becoming. It's about staying curious, staying open, staying connected to the most profound parts of yourself. It's about understanding that every moment is an opportunity for growth, for insight, for transformation. The world needs your unique intelligence. Not the intelligence of competition or comparison, but the intelligence of compassion, of deep understanding, of profound connection. Your way of seeing, of feeling, of experiencing is a gift. It is your contribution to the complex, beautiful tapestry of human experience. In the end, true intelligence is about love. Love for yourself, love for others, love for the incredible journey of human existence. It's about recognizing the profound interconnectedness of all things, understanding that every moment is an opportunity to grow, to understand, to become more fully yourself. Your journey is just beginning, and it is beautiful,